Thank you very much, Gediminas. Thank you for that wonderful welcome. Thank you, Irina, for inviting me to be your guest speaker today on this fabulous FM leadership training on Friday. Firstly, Gediminas, could you just I think that is done. I'm the host now. Let's just check. Yes, have you made me the host?
Yeah, you can share your slides.
I can show my slides. Okay. So good evening, everybody. How are you all doing? Thank you very much for those who are on the call today. It's wonderful to have you here. Let us know in the comment section where you are calling in from. Where are you in the UK? Are you in Africa, the US, Asia? Where are you? I'm here in the sunny, hot Middle East. I'm in Qatar, which is not far from Dubai. I've been here for a number of years with my wife and daughter. Life is about taking risks. You know, you always go where you feel it would be of a positive benefit, and it's been really great living out here. And that's the beauty of having technologies, that you can share your wisdom, your experience, you know, help others, no matter where you are. As long as you've got a laptop or a mobile, you're connected to those 1 billion people around the world. So my name is Fitzgerald Mensah. For those who don't know me, I'm born and bred in the UK, but I'm from Ghana. My parents are from Ghana. And, you know, I've been to school, I've been to uni, I've worked for many years. And I got into network marketing, into business 11 years ago when somebody showed me the FM opportunity. At the time, I was working as a qualified nurse, working in mental health. And despite my salary being quite a decent salary, you know, living in London, working in the NHS, you know that your salary is never going to be enough for those dreams and those, you know, the things that you want to do with your family and have that freedom. So I was always looking, because at the end of my salary, I used to have about £100 left at the end of the month, and £100 with kids doesn't go very far, I must tell you. So that's how I got into FM. I was smitten by the products. I loved the marketing plan, but the thing that did capture my imagination was passive income. I was used to having a linear income. A linear income is the income you do when you go to work, you clock in, you clock out, and you get paid for the time you spend at work. But I want to be paid in my sleep. You know, when I'm closing my eyes and I'm dreaming of the beach and a beautiful life, I want to wake up and know that I've got an extra £10. I've been, deposited with an extra £50 while I've been sleeping, and that's what I wanted. So that's what I did with FM. But there's some key things which I want to share with you today. It wasn't an easy, smooth journey. I've been with FM World UK for coming up to 11 years, over 10 years now. And it's been a journey of discoveries, a journey of ups and downs, and, you know, a journey of personal development. And I've seen many people come and many people go away, and many people drop off and come back again. And I've always wondered to myself, what is the key? What is the secret? Is there a secret to success? And what are the key attributes that help someone to become successful? And what I'll share with you today is not just for success in your FM business, but it's for success in yourself and also in your life, so that you always make the right decisions that's going to help you to move forward, help you to benefit your family so you can all move forward. So today's all about mindset. And for me, mindset is key. What is happening here is so, so important, because mindset is everything. So I want to share a few things with you. Has everybody got a reason why? Why are you doing FM? Yeah? Have you got a reason why? If you've got a reason why, put Y or put a one or do something, whatever you want to do. I've got a reason why. Raise my hand. I had a reason why I joined. And my reason why, yes, Geddes got a reason why. Carla says, yes, I've got a reason why. Cole is nodding head. Everyone's got a reason why. And that's brilliant. But before we can even touch on mindset, before we can even touch on how to grow a business, there's one thing I remember. And the beautiful thing about life is that we start learning the moment we are born. The moment we are born and the nurse slaps our back and the baby gives that wail of the first breath, we start learning. The brain starts computing, starts taking in information, and everything that I've learned up to now has been from that day, from my inception. You cannot grow a business, you cannot do anything if you haven't got the fundamental needs that a human person has. If those needs cannot be met, it's no good going to someone and say, look, you need to build your business, you need to have mindset, if they're having trouble with housing. If they're not in stable housing, or they've been moved from house to house, they're going to find it very difficult to work on their mindset and build a business. If the person can't even have 3 meals a day, or even 2 meals a day, or struggles to even have 1 meal a day, we cannot talk about mindset. If the person is lacking love in their life, warmth, companionship, emotional needs are not being met, we cannot talk about mindset. I've been fortunate that I've had a wonderful upbringing by my parents. They looked after myself and my brother Dennis very well. We've had all the love and attention that we needed, but not everybody is that fortunate. So these are the things that beyond the business we need to look at. So when I meet somebody, I will say, how are things going? How are you feeling? Find out a little bit about them. See if the opportunity is the right time for them. And if I see that one of these needs are not being met, before I rush in to share about the opportunity, I say, hey, have you thought about going here to get help with your housing? Oh, have you thought about this charity that could help? You could get some benefits, maybe to help you feed your kids. Have you thought about speaking to a counselor because you were traumatized in an accident or you were attacked and you're having post-traumatic stress disorder? Have you had those needs treated with? That's far, far more important. You need to fix yourself before you can fix anything else. And that's the most important. That's my number one today, is you. And before we go to the reason why you joined the FM, you need to make sure all your needs are being met to the best as possible so you can have the free mind and the free will and be happy to be able to pursue your venture, which is with FM World. Number two, your reason why. I said, what is your reason why? I raised my hand. Lots of people raise their hand and say, yes, I got my reason why. But what is your reason why? Why are you doing FM? My first reason why was money. I don't love the money, but I love what money can do. But then I thought, you know what, money's not a good enough motivator. It's okay. But money on its own gets boring. Because if we say we're in doing FM because of money, as soon as you see another opportunity that offers you more money, guess what you're going to do? You're going to start looking at another opportunity. As soon as someone dangles a bigger carrot in another opportunity, you're going to run off because you feel you're going to get more money there. So it can't just be money. The money's got to be linked to something really, really big. And I attach this opportunity to my family. I attach this opportunity to something that tugs at my heartstrings, something that's emotional, my family, my wife, my children. I'm doing FM so I can grow this business, so we can grow the income that's going to help my family. Maybe you want to do something with your family. Maybe it's for your grandparents. Maybe you want to help somebody that's not well. Let some emotional need be with you, because that's going to be your fuel along this journey that you're going to need. Because there are going to be lots of ups, but there are also going to be some downs as well. And you have to be able to manage those. And when the chips are down, I always go back to my reason why. And when I think of my children, there's nothing I wouldn't do for my children. I'll put my life down for my children. It's as simple as that. And you know what? When you have that kind of fire, that's what helps you to go knocking door to door. I know we can't go knocking door to door now, but back then, 10 years ago, we were knocking door to door. That's what encouraged me when I was a bit paralyzed to, really encourage myself. Okay, shall I go into this barber shop? Have I got confidence? I walked into the barber shop and I showed them the perfume. I did that because I was thinking about my kids. I was thinking about my reason why. That's what encouraged me to speak to others at work and be confident enough to take the products into work, because I was thinking about my reason why. My kids, I'm doing it for my wife and kids for a better life. I've got to keep going. So always think about something big that's emotional, that will tag at your heartstrings. If you're liking what you're hearing, let me know in the chat's comments. I know you're all muted, but I can still feel the love. I can still see the energy. I can see the smiles. And if you're liking the content, do let me know. Perfect. Thank you very much, Dennis. That's wonderful. We're going to move on to the next one. Self-belief. But before I move on to self-belief, I'm going to share some slides. Brilliant. Thank you. I see the love right there. I'm going to go over to the photos right now. So I'm going to move that over. And where are we? Okay. All right, mindset training. Okay, just going to share some slides with you very, very quickly. Just bear with me. And I will get the slides ready and share them with you. And I hope everybody's okay and liking what they've seen so far. And it's always about driving yourself, putting yourself first so you're in the best possible position where you can help others. And the business is about helping others. And in turn, you know what? When you help others, you help yourself in turn. And that's what it's all about. So I'm going to quickly share this. Okay, I think I'm ready now. All right. Okay, so can you see my slides? Can someone say yes? Or get us? Can you see the slides? Can you see the photo? Get us? Yes? Okay, brilliant. So thank you very much. So what's your reason why? Have you got a vision? Have you got a dream? I had a reason why, and I've already shared that with you. That's my family. I wanted to help people because I was a nurse. It's about community. It's about giving. I wanted to buy a home. I wanted to travel the world. And most important, I wanted to get the FM Mercedes. All these things I had on my vision board many, many years ago. And these are the things that help me to remind me of the commitment that I give to myself that I've got to do. So I have this on my phone. I look at it very often. And when the chips are down, I'm not feeling at my best. I remind myself my reason why. And the most important thing on this vision board is not the fancy travel, it's not the fancy food, it's the family. Because for me, family is everything. So find your reason why and let that be an emotional reason that will tug at your heartstrings. I said about, self-belief. You need serious amounts of self-belief in this opportunity. And it's not because the opportunity is difficult. No, the opportunity is easy. It's because we've grown up with a lot of ideas. We've grown up, with things that we've socially constructed that have formed how we are today. Lots of people have had experiences that have been quite negative growing up from childhood. Maybe it was you in the playground and, the other child wouldn't let you play on the bike. Maybe someone called you names, or didn't share their sweets. And we grow up, maybe you didn't get a lot of love in your household, or you had, sibling rivalry, whatever it is. If you had negative situations growing up, sometimes they carry on through with you to adulthood. So sometimes you may lack self-confidence because you were not confident at school, or you didn't have somebody there to encourage you. So you need a self-belief for yourself. You need to be able to know that you are capable of doing great things. You need to know that you are good enough without having somebody else validate you. You don't need anybody else to say you're good enough. You need to remind yourself when you look in the mirror that I am good enough. And that's what it's all about. That self-belief needs to be so, so strong that you know that whatever you put your mind to, you can make a go of it and be successful. When I say be successful, sometimes you may fail, but that's okay. Failure is the part of getting to success. You've got to have the courage to fail in order to have the courage to be successful. They go together. One can't be without the other. You have to have the courage to face your failures in order to have the courage to be successful. So when people say negative comments, oh, I'm not sure about the product, I'm not sure about the marketing plan, they said everything under the sun to me. It didn't matter what it was. I told them I'm going to get the FM Mercedes. Hardly anybody believed me. No, Irene is the only one who's going to get the Mercedes. It's not real. It's Photoshop. The pictures are not real. Whatever I did, not many people believed me. So what did I do? Initially, it hurt me. It started to weigh me down. Then I reminded myself of my self-belief that actually I'm capable of doing great things. I can't change the world. I'm trying to figure out the world and I can't figure out people because people will do whatever it is they want to do. That's just the way it is. But one thing that I can improve on is to improve myself. And I can do that by learning through personal development and reminding myself that, you know what, I'm good enough for this journey. So I used other people's doubts in me to fuel me to motivate me to success. You need to be able to withstand the ride. Negative influences will always get you down. Always feed your mind, your body with positive things. If you spend all day watching Netflix, and you're watching people being hurt or, doing bad things and you're feeding your mind to this is what your mind will process. This is what you become. There's been so many, visionaries with bad intentions that have taken nations to war just because of their ideas. So we need to feed ourselves with positive information that will help us, mind, body, and soul, to be better people, to be able to give good value to people. Because I believe in ultimate kindness to one another as one human being. I treat other people as I'd like to be treated myself. And I like to be treated, in a nice way. So I'm nice to other people. It doesn't hurt to smile now and again. I'm not saying you're going to be happy every day. But for those days where you are happy, share a smile. It'll really have a positive impact on somebody else. We have one life on this earth. And you know what? I'm near my 50s. I've always lived half my life. God willing, I'll make it to 100. Half my life is gone. And I'm not even finished done yet. So I haven't got time to waste. I've got to move on. I've got to take this chance. I've got to take this shot. We're going to have moments when we fall down. But staying down is a choice. So always walk up with your head up high. It's hard to be depressed when your head is up high. So when I'm walking, I always walk up with my head high. Because if I walk with my head down, it's easy to start feeling sorry for yourself. And you haven't got time to feel sorry for yourself because life is short. If you want success, you need to be consistent. That's it. I'm just coming to that point very shortly. Personal development it's got to be one of those number one things. Coming for this mindset talk today and the talks that Irene and Gediminas put on every Friday at 7 p.m. UK time is your personal development. Getting access to the webinars, Fraser Brooks, Eric Worre, Les Brown, whoever you follow, the training is there. Back in those days, we used to travel all over the world. We used to travel to Manchester, Birmingham for seminars, for training, to be able to do things better. If it wasn't for your schooling, you wouldn't be able to read or write. So if it wasn't for the personal development and the Zooms that we're doing now, how are you going to be able to, really execute this business in a proper way? Training has helped me so much become a stronger and better person. Before, I used to chase people. I used to gun them down looking for them at parties, wherever I used to go. I used to see people. I used to go to a party and I'd be dancing away, only wanting to really to talk to the person about the business. I forgot to enjoy myself. Now, I don't chase anybody because of personal development. I've learned that it's better to build relationships. It's better to learn about people and find out what their needs are. And you know what? Somehow in the conversation, they ask me, what am I doing now? And I share with them that I'm I'm networking, I'm in business. I get a passive income from FM World. And the one thing I'm going to come to is one of my points is consistency. You've got to be consistent. It's no point having a shop on a high street and you're going to pay £1,000 rent every month if you're not going to open your shop every day. That shop needs to be open every day. You're going to lose money. So if you decide, I'm not speaking to anybody about FM today, it means your FM shop is closed and you're not going to earn any money. You're not going to be reaching out to anyone there to get new customers. You're not going to find new people that want to join your opportunity. So people like to follow people who are consistent. Now, I haven't always been consistent. I'll be honest, over the years, that's one thing I've struggled with. And I know many people, maybe on this call, and those who are going to watch the recorded version, would have struggled with consistency. But even if you can't do anything else that I'm sharing with you today, if you can do one thing out of all the points I'm asking you to do, is to be consistent. So if you know that you need to wake up every morning and you need to message 10 people, whether you like it or not, do that thing. Do what you have to do and be consistent. Being successful means doing things that other people would only do occasionally. Other people that don't want success or struggle to have success means they're not being consistent. They're doing things occasionally when I feel like it. It's no point doing things when you feel like it or when you're in the mood. You've got to do things when you're not in the mood. That's the sign of a true leader. The sign of someone who wants success. Sometimes I don't want to send messages out. Sometimes I want to do something different. But in the morning, I make sure I always send out my messages. I do the hardest thing that I hate doing first in the morning. And that's what we need to do. Be consistent. I remember one of my early days, it's 10 years ago. There's Irene and Roy Strong, Justina Hamilton, David and Marilyn Beavis. Early days, I don't know what level I was then, maybe 18%, possibly 21%. I certainly look a lot slimmer, I tell you that. But early days of training, I've put in the graft, I've put in the work, because I was also learning. It doesn't matter how old or young you are. No one person can say they've learned everything. If you think you've learned everything, then my goodness, you're going to be in for a shock because we never stop learning. Even a young person, a child can teach you something new that you've not known before. So all of these trainings that I've been on, physically been on, has helped me to be where I am today. Now you can go for trainings in the comfort of your home. You don't even need to leave your home. You just need your laptop or your phone. So you're absolutely blessed with abundance. Everything is there at the touch of your fingertips. Make your mindset strong through personal development so you can always be at the top of your game. Do you want to be at the top of your game? You need to personally develop yourself. You need to learn skills that you haven't learned before. You need to put them into action every single day. You need to know how to speak to people. You need to know how to present the opportunity. You need to learn how to use social media. I never loved social media when it first came out, and I'm fairly okay with it now. But you know what? I learned the skills and I've learned how to use it. And I'm still learning how to develop and improve myself on social media. You can do the same. That's how we became better. How did we learn to ride bikes? How did we learn to read and write? Through personal development, through schooling, through doing our homework. And the same thing applies now, so that we can always be better and be at the top of our game. Despite all the odds, you are showing up every day. It means you're stronger and more resilient than you think. Keep trying. Yes, you're going to have a bad day. It's normal. But show up. You're going to have a good day. It's okay. Show up. No matter how good or bad the day is, show up. Put your hand up. I'm present. I'm here. That's what it's all about. You know what? You've been showing up. Look at your age now. Think how old you are. I'm 47. Whatever your age is now, every single day you've been showing up. Thank God you've been waking up, because over 100,000 people don't wake up every day, according to Google, through natural causes or old age, whatever it is, or other incidences. They don't wake up. But we're fortunate that we've been showing up every day. And whether we've been showing up strong or whether we've been showing up weak, we've been showing up. So you've actually got more resilience than you think. So we've got to keep trying. I've never stopped, and there's been many times where I felt like giving up on my journey. And also with other things in life. But you know what? I know what it feels like to give up because I've done that many times. But I wanted to know what it feels like to actually keep going. I wanted to know what it feels like to be successful. So I said, you know what? I'm going to keep trying. Eventually, I must succeed. Eventually, every step I'm taking must be a step closer towards my goal. I can't take on a big goal now, but I can certainly take on a small goal. And small goals lead up to bigger goals. And that's what we have to do. Show up every time. I remember when my parents first showed me how to, make a bed, and I was complaining as a child. I don't want to make my bed. What's the point of making my bed and ironing my shirt? And eventually, I was making my bed, and I make the bed, I puff up the pillows, make the sheets nice. And I look at the bed and I think, wow, this bed looks really nice. It looks better when it's made than when it's messy. And you know what? Even though it's something I didn't want to do, I started to like doing it. And just by habit, because when you keep doing something every day, it becomes normal. It becomes a habit. You do it routinely without thinking. And I'd wake up and I'd make my bed every day. Then I'd, wash my shirt collars and my sleeves. I'd iron my shirt because my parents had taught me. As I said, you always keep learning. And I'll do that religiously. So I'd get up for school, I'd make my bed, I'll iron my shirt, get myself ready, and I'll do all these things without thinking. And next thing I know, I'm at school. And that discipline of making your bed, that's why teaching a child these basic things as a child to make their bed, to tidy up their room, to do the washing up, to help clean the house. Those are the basic steps of instilling some sort of routine and discipline. And you need discipline in life. And you need discipline to be successful. You need discipline to be successful with FM. So when you're feeling down, you don't feel like doing the task that's going to help you be successful with FM. Your discipline should kick in to say, hey, you know what you're meant to do. You know you're meant to be sending out those 10 messages. Do them now. Because later on, you're going to be distracted by the children, or distracted by your partner, or distracted by the TV, or distracted by something else. Do it now. Those who can instill discipline day after day, month after month, year after year, will be successful. Discipline helps you to be consistent. And when you're consistent with your actions, you get results. And that's what happens. You also need resilience. I'll come to that slide shortly. Resilience is the key. And as I said, you're more resilient than you think. A lot of people from time they think, I'm not strong. I'm not weaker, but actually you're not stronger than you think. Look at the things that you've gone through life, things that you thought, tragedies that you wouldn't survive, interviews that you thought you would not pass, raising up your children, day to day, meeting the bills, thinking there's not enough food on the table, but at the end of the month there's always enough food. Somehow you found enough money, somehow you did something. So you're more resilient than you think. Don't think you're small. You're much bigger than you think. You're much more stronger than you think. You need to now start believing in yourself. And that's what it's all about. We've got to remove the emotions from our journey. I'm just going to stop the share. I'll come back just in a little while. And thank you for staying with me. I'm just going to check to see how many we've got on the call. Absolutely fantastic. We've got 24 people here around the world. Thank you for tuning in. If you're loving what you're hearing, you're loving good value, let me know. We'll catch up with the comments shortly. This has got to be very important, and I'm sure some of you can resonate with me. How many people, when you first started FM, and you showed the products to your family member or friend, or you're so excited, you bought your sample kit, and you ran to meet your friend in a coffee shop, and then your auntie goes, "Oh, what's this? Cheap perfumes? Oh, is this network marketing? Oh, this is not proper business. Oh, I've done this before, it never works." How many people have had that experience? Because I've had that many times. Yeah, I'm sure you have. And how many of you got upset? Be truthful. How many of you got upset? I got upset loads of times. 10 years ago when I started FM with so much gusto, with so much energy, with so much fire, and nobody prepared me for the setbacks. Nobody prepared me for the negative comments. I took them quite personally. And I went to see my person I could see was Irina. So I thought, you know what, I've got to speak to somebody who's normal. I've got to speak to somebody that's in the business. I've got to speak to somebody that is successful. So when you're getting negative comments, when you're down, link in with other people who are successful. So I went to see Irina. I said, Irina, I'm getting so many people, they send the products of this, they say network marketing, it's wearing me down a bit, I'm not sure what to do. And guess the information or the advice Irina gave to me. She said these few key words, which I always remember. She said, don't take it personally. 3 words. Don't take it personally. I thought, that's it. She said, yeah, just brush it off your shoulder and carry on. So from that day on, I never took it personally. And in fact, I twisted it on its head. I did a kind of reverse psychology. Every time someone said no, I used to say, thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. Hey, have a great day. And you know what? Here's my business card. If you know anybody who'd be interested in opportunity, and here it is. Sometimes I'll spray the business card. That's a good thing to do. Spray with my favorite perfume. So even if they forget about the business card, they won't forget about the smell. They'll definitely remind them of our meeting. So I never took it personal. I actually used to thank people. And I used that no to fuel me to get a yes. So when I got a no, I said, no problem, thank you very much. Here's the next person. Speak to that person. Let's say no again. That's okay. I'm going to keep going through the no's. And I kept doing that until eventually one day, somebody actually said yes. And I almost had a heart attack. You mean yes? You mean you're actually interested in my opportunity that 10 other people said they weren't interested? You're actually interested in my perfumes that other people, the last 10 people said they didn't want to know? Thank you. I didn't say thank you in front of them, I just in my mind I said thank you, God. And you know what? That's how the business grew. Then my confidence grew. But I got stronger through personal development. I got stronger because I removed the emotions from the business. I am totally emotionless as much as I can from business. Remove and detach your emotions from your FM business. You need to do that because if you don't, you're going to get upset very easily. Because the next time your auntie, your uncle, your friend that you think you can rely on says no to the opportunity, you're going to get upset. And you're going to think, why are they not buying products from me? Why are my cousins and my family members and my close friends that I've grown up with for the last 30, 40 years, why are they still going to the high street or to Boots to buy perfume when I'm offering them a perfume that's even better, even stronger for a fraction of the cost? Why are they doing that? And if you attach your emotion and you get into that, you're going to get upset and you're going to quit. So I'm emotionless. And you know one thing which I take with me? And I remember Gediminas sharing in one of his wonderful trainings, he said, sometimes if you think too much about why things are, he goes, the best thing to say is, that's just the way it is. And that's what I said to, a lot of these problems, I just said, that's just the way it is. People have a choice whether they want KFC, McDonald's, or Nando's. That's just the way it is. And I suppose it depends on your budget as well. It's just the way it is. Don't overthink it. Look for positive people that, you know what, you don't need to beg for people to join. You don't need to beg for people to buy your products. Look for people that just say, you know what, I love these perfumes, they smell great. They're open-minded, they'll buy your products. Look for open-minded people that say, hey, I'm open-minded to look for opportunities. What is it that you're offering? That's what you need to do, remove your emotions. You need to hang out with positive people. I'm going to share my slides again. And just come with me, I just come back there. Just going to share my slides. I just want to share with you. I've got some wonderful slides with you. And just want to share them with you because I think these will really, really help. And consistency was the key. I just make sure I've got everything there. And I'm just going to come in just very, very quickly. All right, here we go. Just bear with me. All right, brilliant. And if Gediminas can give me a yes, can you see the slides, Gediminas? Sure, I'm going to see a yes pop up for anybody. Yes, thank you very much. Wishing and hoping changes nothing. Taking action changes everything and brings results. Taking action, those who take action get results. Those who don't take action, just watch other people get results. Which one do you want to be? Do you want to take action or you don't want to take action? Nothing is for free. I used to grow up when I was growing up through my teenage years into my early 20s, thinking I was entitled to the world's riches. Somehow I was born and should be benefited and rewarded. No, I shouldn't be. I should only be rewarded with what I'm worked for. What I've worked hard for is what I should be given. And that's what don't feel you're entitled to anything. You're entitled to what you've worked for. And that's what it's all about. And the more that you can work and help other people so they can be successful, the more that you'll be successful yourself. Yeah. You've got to be consistent in your actions. That means doing what other people will only do occasionally. You see, the people that complain the most, they're the ones that, you know what, when they see an opportunity, this is what happens. They say, I haven't got time, and this seems like too much hard work. But yet, you see them spending the time to share their favorite movie on Netflix, spending their time to post their best pictures on Instagram, and spending their time all day on WhatsApp, posting funny videos on WhatsApp. But yet, you show them an opportunity that can change their life, create wealth for themselves and their family, and create a legacy. The moment you talk about business, they say, no, it's not for me. But those same people will be the people at the end of the month saying, I wish I could have more money. I wish my life was better. I wish I could have more income. Well, it's not going to, wishing doesn't bring anything. So if you want to be successful, You need to be consistent in your actions and doing things that other people would not do at all, only do occasionally. So I do the things that people don't like doing or would only do occasionally. I send out messages. I speak to people. I go on Instagram. I go to trainings. I take trainings like this. I'm doing the things that other people wouldn't do because I know it will bring success. It may not bring the success straight away. And I may fail a few times, but I've got to be brave enough to embrace the failures as much as I'm going to be brave enough to embrace the successes. And that's what it's all about. And as you go through your journey and as you grow and as you expire and meet, with wonderful people, remember it's never too late. It's all down to your attitude. I find the people that are successful, they're always smiling. They're always positive. It may be a grainy or cloud day. They may be having a miserable day, but they know that no single cloud stays over one person forever. It moves on eventually. They have a brighter outlook on life. Why do you think that Nelson Mandela survived all those years when he was in prison, 27 years? They was expecting him to die. But every time Nelson Mandela looked at that window, he had hope. He had hope because he had a positive attitude. Despite the things he was going through, he had no ill feeling to those who captured him. He had no ill feeling to his captive. He wanted South Africa to live as one nation. His attitude was positive, looking on the brighter side. The glass is always half full instead of being half empty. And so it's never too late to try again. Just because you didn't do well before, it doesn't mean that you can't do well now. Just because you wasn't a positive person before, it doesn't mean you can't be positive now. A lot of people, when I share things, would say, well, what if FM doesn't work? Well, I said to them, what if FM does work? Well, it's the same thing like you see a pretty lady or a nice, handsome guy, you think, oh, you know what? I really like them, but what if they say no and they won't go out with me? But what if they do say yes and they will go out with you? You've got to give it a try. You've got to change your attitude and your mindset and be more positive. And what's the worst thing that could happen? Even if they say no, at least you tried. And it's never too late to try again. Surround yourself with go-getter, successful people. I always surround myself, I've got friends, but some of my friends are not on the same wavelength as me. I'm looking for people that are hungry. I'm looking for people with a mindset that want to build bigger visions, bigger dreams. I'm looking for people that are more successful than me. That's why we took a trip to Irina's and with a few of my team leaders just to be inspired, because when I hang around with Irina and hang around with Geddes, they encourage me, they inspire me, they lift up my spirits, and I feel, wow, I can even do better. I thought I was doing good, but I can do even better. So if you're hanging around with people at the pub or the nightclub, where you're sitting around the TV and the conversation's like, oh, what do we do this weekend? I don't know. I couldn't struggle to pay the gas bill this week. Or what we're going to eat. And, I don't want to be around those kind of, I want to be around this kind of conversation. What we're doing this weekend. Well, you know what? I struggle to pay the gas bill. And I know I might struggle to eat, but you know what? Let's look for an opportunity so we're not in this position next week. Let's find a way that we can find some money. Let's speak to somebody that could help us. Look for the solution. I want to be around people that look for solutions when there's problems. I don't want to be around people that look for problems and stay with the problem and don't look for solution. So surround yourself with your upline. Look for people that are more successful than you. And if you don't know anyone physically, follow somebody online. Follow somebody successful online. Read their quotes. I'm forever watching YouTube and watching motivational quotes. Les Brown, Anthony Robbins, Jordan Adler. These people, the $1 million mindset, they talk the language that I want to know. If you want to be a millionaire, you need to be a millionaire in your mind. If you want to be successful, you need to be successful in your mind and be learning from these people. And whatever you put in your mind will come out in your hands, it will come out in your actions, it will come out in your voice and be spirited. But if you're with people that are going to drown your sorrows, if you're with people that are going to be negative and not encourage you and support you on your journey, find people that will, because they'll drag you down and you won't make it. You'll quit before you've even started. And that's what it's all about. And I must say thank you to my wonderful wife, Mary, who's been my rock through this journey. Absolutely amazing. That's supported me all the way through these years. You know what? If you're doing this FM business, you need to get your spouse on board. You need to have your partner or your girlfriend, whoever you're with, to be on board with what you're doing. And even if they don't want to partake and do the business, at least ask them, look, just support me, And even if that means just getting the dinner ready when, maybe you're having a late night, you have to go to meetings, or you're doing a Zoom, or to take care of the kids, make sure the kids are quiet so you can do your presentation. And if that's what they can offer, then that's just support, and that's what you want. It doesn't mean that I physically have to do the business, but anyway they can support you so you can do the business is a great thing. So I must say thank you very much. I have to thank, for our partners around the world and for the wonderful, amazing FM products. We're absolutely amazing. I love you. You've got to be the product of the product. It's not good doing the business if you don't use the products. If you use the products, they work their magic. When you spray the perfume, people smell you. That's what you're wearing. So you don't even need to open your mouth. The perfumes will do the talking for you. How amazing is that? If you're using the Nutrico products and you've lost some weight, you're looking a bit trimmer, people are going to comment that you're looking really great. You've lost some weight. What is it you're doing? You can mention I'm using Nutrico. So use the products to your advantage. Let the products do the work for you. Absolutely amazing. Thank you to Brian, to Dennis, to Coral, to Carl, and to Pam and all our amazing team leaders and business partners around the world, especially to these guys that have been with me for 10 years. Who've been with me on the journey and we've all grown together. On my own, I'm strong. But united, we've become absolutely unstoppable. And that's what it's all about. So unite with your team. And even if there's only 2 of you in your team, that's a team. Encourage each other. Recognize them, do recognitions. Tell them well done. Maybe you buy them a little gift to say that you thank them for their wonderful work that you're doing, because it's also helping you as well. Create not just a business, but create a family, create a community of harmony where you're all working together towards one common goal. I say thank you to the wonderful Pam Stevens. Congratulations on your achievement. She's been absolutely amazing. I must say she's the foundation of our business, and we wouldn't be where we are without our FM queen Pam Stevens and her husband and her family. This is us celebrating last year, a couple of years ago when she got her Mercedes, her 4th Mercedes, her 4th FM car actually. So absolutely amazing. And I just wanted to mention and give a shout out, take this moment to do that. And as I said, the team is expanding. We have over 3,000 FM business partners around the world. We've got over 2 million business partners in FM world in general. We're growing, and it's become even easier because of the technology we're able to use. And to everybody else that thought I couldn't do it, well, there you go. I say, hey, thank you very much. For all the people that doubted me in the beginning that said this Mercedes would never materialize, for all those people that wouldn't take a heed to what I was saying, to all the people that thought I was crazy, and you said it wouldn't happen, I say thank you. It was you. It was you that really helped me to get to where I am, and I wouldn't be able to be the man I am, where I am today, without all of your support. So I'm just going to share the slides, come back quickly here to the front. So it's a long journey. That's a 10-year journey I'm sharing with you. That's my ups and that's my downs. That's all the things I started with nothing with FM World. I've built myself up through hard work, through leadership, through learning, through making mistakes, through having fears, through my knees shaking when I was knocking on my neighbor's door and saying, hey, would you like to try my perfumes? I was absolutely petrified, but I remembered my reason why, and I remembered I was doing it for my kids. So yes, there's no formula or secret to success. What it is successful habits. Habits that you do every day. Consistency, the discipline, the resilience, going back to the things you've done in your past, in your childhood. How did you get through that job interview? How did you ask your husband or your wife to ask them out on a date? You found the courage and the resilience. That's what it's about. That's the attributes that you need to be using now in your FM business. And when you do these things, and as you grow, you'll get better. You'll get stronger. That's when you start becoming less upset about what people think and more in tune with what you're thinking. That's when you build yourself stronger by watching the train so your mindset is strong. Now when people say, no, you know what? Every day is a great day. Even if the day is not good and the sun is not shining, to me, every day is a great day because I'm alive and I'm well. And I give thanks to that. Just the fact that I've got enough opportunity to try again. And that's what it's all about. There's so many other people that are in much worse positions. There's people with disabilities. And when I look at the things that they've achieved, some people haven't got legs, but they're running marathons. Some people are having, are paralyzed, but yet they're writing theories and mathematical equations. And I'm thinking, my goodness, if they can do that, look at me, I'm able-bodied. I've got to push more. So, ladies and gentlemen, mindset is everything. This is just my part 1. There's many, many more tips and attributes. I'm going to have to come on again if I'm lucky enough to be invited by Irina and Gedas. But I want to say is that, you know what, I couldn't have done it without all of you. And at the end of the day, I'm only human like all of you. The only difference is that I'm doing things that maybe some of you are only doing occasionally. I'm consistent in my actions as much as I can be. I'm disciplined just the way I was when I made my bed as a child every single day and I ironed my shirt. I'm ready and open to learning just as I was when I was at school, when I was learning to read and write. I'm ready to embrace my fears just as I did when I was learning to ride a bike and I fell off. I got back on my bike and I rode again. I'm learning to be stronger and more thicker skinned, even though I was teased as a child, even just for the color of my skin. I still rose up and I came back. And now I'm even more proud and more strong of myself than ever before. And now one thing I've learned to do is to love myself more. And I realized that I don't need anybody else to love me first. I just got to look in that mirror and look at myself and tell myself that I am good enough and I'm good enough for me. And let me share what I have to the rest of the world with a smile and a little bit of kindness. So thank you very much, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this today. I don't know if Geddes will allow the mics. We've got some questions on there, Geddes. Can people open their mics or raise their hands, or let's look through the chat to see what's there. And
Wow, wow, wow. Amazing training. Thank you so much, Fitz.